Hey everyone, welcome back to Endless Money Pits. This is my 2000 BMW 328i, and today I'll show you how to replace the belts. The amount of time between belt changes can vary, but I've had this car since 2007, and these days I replace the belts every 50,000 miles, which usually lasts about 4 to 5 years. I've read that modern belts can last much longer, but keep in mind that belts can take other parts with them when they fail. No matter the age or mileage, any belt with visible cracks should be replaced. If you have an automatic with a mechanical fan instead of an electric fan, there are a few extra steps that won't be part of this video, but I've put a link in the description to help you with that part. This is a pretty easy procedure when you have the right tools, so let's get to it. Here are the tools that I used for this job. Breaker bar, pliers, electric screwdriver, T50 Torx socket, T25 Torx bit, plastic prying tool, and a plastic bowl. This part of the intake is held in with 4 plastic pins that can be pulled out with a regular pair of pliers. Each pin is made of 2 pieces, so make sure to get all of them. All 4 of these came out in one piece this time. Squeeze the sides of the intake where it connects to the airbox. It should just pop out. Remove this plastic pin from the auxiliary fan with a plastic pry tool, or carefully use a pair of dikes to pull it out. This pin came out in 2 pieces. The other side of the fan is held in with a metal screw that can be removed with a T25 Torx bit. Squeeze to remove the 2 electrical connections on the fan. Also, unplug the camshaft position sensor and tuck all of these wires out of the way. The fan should now easily slide out. Pull it straight up. Now we have access to the belts. Use a small flathead screwdriver to pry off the plastic dust cap on this tensioner pulley. Insert the T50 Torx socket into the front of the pulley and turn it clockwise with a breaker bar to remove tension from the belt. Now it should slip right off. The main belt can be removed the same way by compressing this tensioner pulley. It's a good idea to check all of the pulleys anytime you have the belts off. Healthy pulleys should spin freely and quietly with a small amount of resistance and 0 side-to-side movement. Now we're ready to install the new belts. The main belt can be a little tricky to install. Here's a diagram I found that should help. I like to route the belt around all of the pulleys except for the power steering pump pulley, then compress the tensioner pulley and fully seat the belt. Route the AC belt around the crank pulley and over the tensioner pulley. Compress the tensioner pulley and seat the belt around the AC pulley. Make sure to double check that the belts are centered on each pulley, then reinstall the dust caps on the tensioner pulleys. Now the fan can slide back into place, but first let's take a look at the retaining clips it needs to slide into at the bottom of the radiator. The edge of the fan should just barely fit between the expansion tank and the radiator. Make sure the bottom of the fan is seated securely. Reinstall the big plastic pin in the corner of the fan next to the expansion tank. Then reinstall the screw in the opposite corner with the T25 Torx bit. Reconnect the 2 electrical connections on the fan and 1 on the camshaft sensor. The air intake should easily snap right back into the airbox. Then secure it down with the 4 plastic pins. Start the engine and visually verify that the belts are completely on all of the pulleys. If everything looks good, then close the hood because we're done. That concludes this week's video. If you like my videos, consider becoming a patron or donating on PayPal. I really enjoy making these videos, and I'd like to make it my full-time job one day. As always, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you'd like to see next. And until next time, just keep throwing money at it.
Thank you.